if you're married and you don't have personal spending money, if you have all your money in one big bucket, like please, your marriage is going to be so
This is our
much better.
number one marriage tip,
It is going to be
really.
so much better if you create separate categories. Really, what you need to do is you need to get a real money
You need
method
the
and
full-on
do
budget.
that.
It's so good.
But even if you don't do that, just break out separate spending categories for each of you. Like we did this
Yes.
when we first did this 15 years ago. It changed our marriage. Like the number of fights that we went from having to not having, it was mind blowing just because of this
Right.
insanely simple thing of breaking out two buckets. This is Linda's money. She can do whatever she wants with it, and I don't care what she does with it.
And I was
vice
spending
versa.
it all on green tea frappuccinos with a quarter of the ice.
We have a visitor.
Uh-oh.
All right, we took care of the visitor.
Where,
So we're back in action now.
yes, my Starbucks addiction was coming out of my separate category. So
So I didn't really care.
as if he was really affected by this. Like, it wasn't like I was taking our rent money
Yeah.
and spending it
Yeah.
on my green tea frappuccino. But
Why don't you
I
tell
could
them what it was
tell-
like? So Linda, this is really funny. If anybody worked at Starbucks, she would get a green tea frappuccino with not half, but 1/4 of the ice.
I was like, they would make it with light ice, and I was like, they took out 2 ice cubes. I want this a quarter of the ice because it was more like a milkshake.
Okay,
It's
but
so
well,
good.
like, okay, the reason
So
this
it
is a
didn't
fun
water
tangent.
it down.
This is a fun
tasted
tangent.
so much better.
So yeah, so she would do this, get a quarter of the ice, but then they would feel obligated to fill it up. And so what that meant is they just basically dumped more of this simple sugary syrup in there.
Or milk. So yeah, it was super sugary.
And you
was
loved it.
really
It was
good.
great.
I loved it.
Like
But
liquid
anyway.
fudge. Like liquid fudge, like that
Except
intense.
for it was the matcha. Yes. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. The point is, I was trying to hide this from him. And so even though there's a part of it that is really kind of funny, I think because it's so relatable, I started realizing, is this a problem that I'm hiding something from my husband? This was the question I started to ask myself. Like,
It's a good question to ask.
yeah, I just was wondering, if I'm hiding this from him, would it be easy to hide other things from him? And how would I feel if he was hiding things from me?